Hello friend, this is Ryan Hicks of TalkToProfit.com. Today I want to talk to you about the greatest law of attraction hypocrisy in all the world. The scripture says in James chapter 1 verse 6 through 7, "But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering, for he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord." This is an explanation for many people not receiving what they pray for because they're double-minded. And there's nothing more hypocritical than somebody claiming to believe in the law of attraction, but not speaking forth those things they believe for. They claim to believe one thing, but they speak another. They want certain things, but then they're speaking about what they don't want. They're talking that up, and that's just hypocrisy. Double-mindedness will not bring you results. It makes the law of attraction work against you because your focus is on what you don't want. This is why affirmations don't work for some people, because when they speak forth an affirmation about being rich and wealthy, it's not something they can believe just yet. So it gets them focused on what they don't have, that they're not rich, that they're not wealthy, that they don't have all these things that they want. But that's not what affirmations are for. They are to build up your subconscious mind, your programming to know the blessing of God, to realize that and to believe that you've received before you have, and then you'll have it. When you're double-minded and you're wavering about, tossed about to and fro, you're driven with the wind and tossed. When you operate in that kind of hypocrisy, you can't receive anything of the Lord. It's not because God doesn't want to bless you. He is freely, liberally, generously, graciously blessing all humans, all animals, everyone. But you have to receive it. You cannot go around and spend your life talking about circumstances, talking about the things you don't want, talking about the past and what you didn't want, and the past things that happened that you didn't want to have happened. You can't have your focus on those things and yet expect to receive anything of the Lord. The only thing you'll receive is things of time and chance, things that just happen because you put yourself in bad situations, you receive bad circumstances and bad results because you haven't had your focus on the good things of the Lord. You haven't had your focus on the blessing of God in your life, and that you are the blessed of the Lord. If you're following Jesus, you have this leading of the Spirit to show you when to speak and when not to speak. Now, I know myself, because God doesn't press you. He doesn't push upon you hard and make you not do something that you shouldn't do. And so oftentimes people can misread that gentle leading of the Spirit. But here it is. When you're about to say something about some circumstance, I guarantee you if you'll pause, you'll have a real quick, small, gentle leading to shut your mouth, to not speak forth that negative thing, to not speak forth that thing that you don't want, to not talk about those circumstances that you're going through right now that you don't want to be experiencing. You can't talk about those things and then do a few affirmations in the morning and evening and act like that's going to fix everything. When your day has been focused and talking and centered around the negative circumstances in your life, the things that you don't want to happen, the things that you fear, the news media is telling you to be afraid of, your friends and family are telling you, your boss is telling you to be afraid of, whatever. All this fear and doom and gloom and the anxiety you bring out of yourself, worrying about circumstances, worrying about things you don't want, talking about them, you can't get the good things in your life that you want to experience, that you deserve to experience. And this will be hard at first. If you haven't really become disciplined in this, it is hard because everyone will come, and I'm not saying that as a negative thing. I just want you to realize this, so you're not going in and giving up immediately because it's a little bit difficult. Just understand that you have a pattern of years and years, decades probably, of this negative speaking forth circumstances, talking about things that are going on, talking about news events and all this negativity and things that you don't want. Even worse yet, talking about other people, the negative things going on in their lives. Because listen, whether you're focusing on negative things in your own life or negative things in other people's life, you're focused on negative things, and that is the only thing that you can reap. You can't reap good things. You can't reap positivity when your life is focused around negativity, even if it's not about your own personal experiences in negativity, if it's about someone else. That's why the scripture talks about not blaspheming, not speaking evil of other people. Because when you're focused on evil, you're speaking evil, you're going to reap evil into your life. That's the harvest you can reap. That's the only harvest you can reap. You can't go out and plant wheat seeds and wonder why you don't have apple trees growing. You have to plant the right seed to get the right result. And when you're focused on negativity, you're planting negative seeds, you're going to reap negative results. But you don't have to micromanage your thoughts and all this stuff. Just watch what you speak. This should be a basic thing, but people don't do it. I'll hear people that have been talking about the law of attraction and manifesting. They've been believing God, and they've had some good experiences, and yet they're still talking about the negative events, talking about the weather's bad, talking about this is bad, this politician's bad. That just, what are you doing? You can't get the good results in life, the best results in life, doing that. So simply before you speak, think. This is an old saying. Think before you speak. I remember I was told that when I was a kid. I didn't listen to it because I was a dumb kid. And it took me a while to get into the position to understand how valuable that was. Such a simple little thing that the people telling me had no concept of manifestation, law of attraction, or any of this stuff. It was just a known fact that if you guard your mouth, you guard what you speak, you're going to get better results. So that's what I'm calling on you to do today, to think about what you say. Before you speak, just give yourself a brief 1-second pause before you say that negative thing you're about to say. Before you start talking about the circumstances you don't want. Before you start talking about somebody else's circumstance that they don't want. This bad event over here, that bad. Just give yourself a brief pause to think. Is this something I want manifested in my life? That's all. Just think that. And if it is, speak it out. But if it's not, don't say it. Whatever temporal pleasure you get from wallowing around in misery, and there is some pleasure that people derive from that, otherwise they wouldn't do it. But I guarantee you're going to get more pleasure, more enjoyment, more blessing, more edification from speaking forth positive, uplifting, high vibration words. Operating continually in a high vibrational state where you're not focused on negativity, you're focused on positive, good things of the Lord. My friend, don't let yourself be a hypocrite where you're talking about some good things, but then you're talking about what you don't want. Talk about what you want. Talk about the goodness of God. Talk about the beauty in the world. Talk about the glory of God, the glory of the heavens, the beauty of His creation, His infinite abundance, the lavish abundance that He heaps upon you each and every day. Talk about those good things, my friend. I pray this was a blessing for you. May God bless you richly.